Hey there, and welcome to this week's episode of the Mike Muldoon podcast. I'm your host, Mike Muldoon. Each week, I strive to inspire you to overcome those internal and external voices and, the various challenges you might encounter daily so you can truly embrace and live your best life. See, remember, life isn't about simply getting by. It's about diving in and making the most of every moment. It's a journey we actively shape, not just a ride we have to endure. All right, so today I want to dive into the idea of shifting our focus from the materialistic items we give to people to creating the emotional impact when we give these material gifts to people. See, the material gift is often forgotten over time, right? No matter how significant it might have been at the time. I mean, just ask any parent whose children's closets are a testament to this, right? Once all these new toys that were shiny are now just discarded and left untouched. But what truly endures is the way we make someone feel when we give that gift, a sentiment that lingers long after the material item fades away. Studies have shown that giving leads to increased happiness, reduced stress, and improved mental health. I mean, engaging in acts of generosity activates reward centers in the brain, basically resulting in something that calls like a helper's high. We feel good about it. And obviously, anytime we feel good about something, it's good for the body, right? Again, reduces stress, improves our mental health, increases our happiness. But what I want to talk about is something I love to talk about, which is the why. In this case, the reasons behind why the emotions leave a lasting imprint in our memories and how we can then leverage this knowledge to create more meaningful connections with, the people we care about. I've talked about this in the past and, I think we've all heard it enough. Our brains are computers. That's what they are. Our brains are computers. I'm not talking about some sort of Terminator sort of way. I'm just talking about the way we are just wired. And you see, our brains are wired to prioritize emotions due to basically their evolutionary significance, the part they've played in our survival. See, thousands of years ago, people relied on emotional cues to basically remember critical events that had implications for their survival and, their well-being, whether it was the memory of a close encounter with a saber-toothed tiger, something in the past, some sort of predator in the past, and the emotional memory on that was, whoa, scary, stay away. Or maybe a bonding moment they're having with their tribe or the people they're surrounding with that basically says, yep, these people are good. Let's just save there. So our emotions always served as markers that helped guide future actions and decisions. Stay away from predator. Everybody here is okay. They're good people. We can stay with them, right? Again, driven by our emotions. So the thing is, when you give someone a gift, you're not merely just exchanging a physical item. You are creating an emotional experience that becomes intertwined in their memory. Our brains are designed to place a premium on emotional information, which explains why the joy or the appreciation or the love that's felt during a gift exchange always outlasts the memory of the actual gift itself. Most of the time, people remember the memory. They might, what did they get me? I don't remember, but they remember how they feel. Again, people will often remember how you made them feel. And the reason for this is there's actually a biological element to all of this. See, the release of neurotransmitters like dopamine and oxytocin, not oxycontin, oxytocin, during, these charged emotional experiences strengthens the neural pathways associated with all these events, making them more likely to be remembered, remembered more vividly, right? Anything that's emotional to us, we remember it more vividly. It is just wired there. And that's why, we recall a lot of things from our past. Sometimes it might have been traumatic, but a lot of times the good stuff, we remember that. Dopamine is basically released when we experience rewarding situations, right? So when we do something good, we feel good. So if we receive a thoughtful gift or sharing a heartfelt moment, this release of dopamine not only creates a sense of pleasure, but also reinforces the connections between the event and the emotional experience, making it what? A lasting memory. Now, additionally, interestingly enough, oxytocin plays a pretty important role in building trust, empathy, and attachment. Because of this, the way it's all, again, getting back to what we were talking about earlier, the way it's all wired together, it's going to allow us to know, whoa, this is a good thing, or whoa, this is not a good thing. It's going to tie that emotion in there. So when you're sharing an emotional connection during a gift exchange with anybody, when you're giving somebody something, it's going to trigger this release of oxytocin, which is going to deepening the emotional memory and its recall value to the person. Now, you could see the impact of emotions on memory and how it can revolutionize the way we approach our relationships and our interactions with the people we love or the people we surround ourselves with. While material gifts can be symbolic, right, tokens of our emotions, they become more potent when accompanied by a genuine emotional connection. So the key here is really to prioritize the emotional experience itself and not so much prioritize the gift. Because when you prioritize the emotional experience, you're ensuring that the recipient feels valued, understood, cherished, right? Emotions. And by focusing on making somebody feel a genuine connection, the memory of that emotional bond becomes the true grit that endures over time. So like, for instance, you're not just going to hand somebody something and say, hey, here you go. I mean, you want to maybe personalize it, right? Maybe you spend some time really figuring out what they like and it's something personalized or it's something symbolic. Sometimes a gift could be an experience. You took them on a hike, you took them on a vacation, you did something like that. There's an experience behind it. A surprise birthday party. I still remember my wife did for me one when I was my 40th birthday. Boy, did she she surprised me a few times in my life, and I can remember those things quite often as phenomenal memories. My 40th, it was my 39th birthday party because my 40th I had my daughter. I can remember how I feel. I'm just getting older with the age. But what I'm saying is that was amazing. Maybe it's something handmade, not store-bought, something that took time and effort, something sincere. Again, what I'm saying is not just saying, hey, look, I bought you these sneakers. Good luck. Hey, see you later. Throwing them on the lap. Good luck. Enjoy. Because a lot of times we think that the gift is the actual value. But the actual value is the emotional connection that comes with it. Because again, they'll probably forget the sneakers you gave them. They'll probably forget the bracelet you gave them, but they'll remember how you made you feel. Remember how you made them feel as well. So look, in short, we live in this world that just emphasizes materialism and possessions. But it's important to remember what truly matters is how we make people feel. We can give them everything in the world. You see this a lot with children. You see this with a lot of times with parents. I gave them everything in the world and they're just so ungrateful and this and that. But realistically, it's not so much what you're giving them, but it's the emotion that you're creating behind it. It's just important to remember that what truly matters is how you make people feel. Because the emotions you invoke through your actions and interactions become an integral part of the legacy you become to them. It surpasses the significance of what you gave them. So the next time you find yourself searching for the perfect gift, remember that it's the emotional connection you want to cultivate. That's what's going to remain etched in their memory for the how many more years to come. And as you navigate, the labyrinth of human emotions, keep in mind that the moments you create and the feelings you share are the real gifts. That's what's going to leave a mark on the hearts and minds of the people that you love, the people you cherish, the people you want to be around. So whether it's some small act of kindness or a grand gesture, giving embodies the essence of what it means to be human. So giving is a good thing. But if you're going to give, one of the best things you can give and that leaves a really lasting impression on people, give of yourself. Because ultimately what people really want from us is our time. They want to be seen. They want to be heard. They want to be acknowledged. I mean, how often do you hear people talk about their childhood and they usually talk about like their grandparents, right? When I was a kid, my granddad and my, grandparents, my grandmother, whatever it was, took me fishing, did this, did that, whatever it was. Because let's be honest, a lot of times as parents, we can get really busy. We're trying to do much. I mean, I try to be consciously aware of giving my children a lot of emotional support, but sometimes we get busy. But, a lot of times with the grandparents, all they had was time and they gave it freely. And that's why a lot of times you talk to your kid, what do they remember? They may say something about their grandparents, but they don't remember the Nintendo, the Xbox, the Jordans, the bracelets, the necklaces, whatever it is that you may have given them. because it's all about the emotional connection that they have to it. So if you're thinking about buying a gift for somebody right now, let's make sure we focus on the emotional element as well, not just the materialistic element of it. Create emotions that create lasting memories. All right, that's all I got for you today. Once again, thanks for joining me. And, love to hear your comments. Love to hear your questions. You can always reach me again, MikeMuldoonLC.com. You can contact me there. You could get a hold of me there. Look at previous episodes of my podcast there. Obviously, if you're listening on Apple, Spotify right now, if it's your first time here and you enjoyed what you heard, I'd love for you to subscribe and share it with your friends, pass it along. You can find me on my Instagram, Mike Muldoon LC, trying to do a little bit more. I think I might start doing YouTube now. Might start doing some YouTube, going back, maybe taking some of these earlier ones and putting them on YouTube. It's kind of an aversion to do all the video stuff, but might start getting there and doing that. Other than that, people, I just want to say thank you so much once again for tuning in, giving me this few minutes of your time. Hopefully it got you through your commute. And as always, going into this week, have a great weekend. And I've got nothing but love for you.